Hey, what's up? Kevin here from Big Brothers Big Sisters. Even though this coronavirus pandemic has separated us physically, it has not separated us virtually.
I talked to my little sister Manara the other day, and it was so fun to see her face.
Though it's not the same as the in-person connection, it still really makes my day, and I think it makes her day as well.
Every time we talk, I constantly remind him to stay on top of his homework.
Be present and at that moment and focus on your relationship.
I know that this coronavirus can be scary.
Just know this is just temporary. That's all it is.
This is just a bump in the road, and there's a whole highway ahead of us.
Other than that, I just say I believe in you.
We're in this together. We're going to get through it together as a community.
We just got to use this time to strengthen each other, and we're doing that.
Well, that's all I got. How do I hang this thing up?
Welcome
hey, what's up?
to the
Kevin here
first
from Big
ever
Brothers Big
Keep
Sisters.
Kids Connected virtual fundraiser supporting Big Brothers Big Sisters. I'm thrilled to be here with my good friend Chesley Christ, and of course it's Big Brothers Big Sisters of America and Big Brothers Big Sisters of Canada. I'm Guy Adami from CNBC's Fast Money. Thrilled to be here. I serve on the National Board of Directors of Big Brothers Big Sisters of America. And my co-host, as I mentioned, is fellow board member Chesley Christ, who has another title many of you may be familiar with, Miss USA. Chesley, how you doing, and how's your family doing?
Hey there, Guy. We're doing really well, and I'm just really thrilled to join you for this event. It really is history in the making.
That's right. Two national organizations with the same mission to ignite the potential of youth by providing them with great mentors. The mentors are the bigs, the kids are the littles, and together they make a big little match. And we know mentoring truly is an essential service.
Yeah, you're right, Guy. If everyone watching this live stream for a moment could just remember what it was like being a kid, all the questions, uncertainties, and yes, the awkwardness all mixed together. Now, let's go down the list of what kids are facing today. A global health pandemic, concern about someone in your family or you getting sick. You leave school in spring and you're not sure when you're going to be back. The fun of hanging out with your friends, you may not be able to do that anymore. And then you turn to social media and it's flooded with painful and unforgettable images, unrest, protests, and the other pandemic that's just as frightening, racism and the fight for social justice. I mean, it really is a lot. It's a lot for adults. So I can't imagine growing up and trying to enjoy the innocence of just being a kid in the middle of all of this. But Big Brothers Big Sisters plays a part in helping young people survive and thrive despite the obstacles they may be facing. The mentoring organization with a 100-plus year history in Canada and the US has made sure to stay relevant and important for the youth who have the potential, and we're here to defend it.
Yeah, right. Many of the agencies across North America had to cancel their in-person fundraising events, which help pay for all that goes on behind the scenes to recruit, train, screen, and carefully match the bigs and littles, and then provide ongoing support for those mentoring relationships the entire time they're in the program. So agency leaders said, hey, why not have one big fundraising event to benefit everyone? Big Brothers Big Sisters staff from small to large size agencies and everything in between jumped in to pull this together. They formed committees to find sponsors and work together to get the word out. And that's why we're here today. Over the next hour, we're going to share some of those powerful stories they sent in for this event. We'll make you laugh. You may want to get a tissue because you may cry. But these stories are going to make you stop and think. And the young people you'll meet, I guarantee, will impress you. And we hope you're moved to invest in our mentoring programs. We've made it really easy for you. You can give directly to your local Big Brothers Big Sisters agency and give through their website. Or you can go here, bbbs.org/COVID-19, and you can click to donate to the United States or Canada. They'll track your donation by zip code and funds will be routed to your local agency.
So, Guy, there's a lot of people tuning in. Agencies are hosting watch parties across North America, and I hear there are a few other celebrities besides you and me that are going to be stopping by.
All right, everyone. So grab a snack, grab a beverage. Let's do this thing.
Grayson, what's up, bud?
Hey.
Dude, how's quarantine?
It's boring.
Boring? Well, what do you want to do today?
I have a few things in mind.
Feels like a party tonight. Feel good, feel great. Feel good.
I got him.
Oh God. Okay, got him.
You got him?
Kingly.
Got any fives?
Go fish. Check and make sucker.
Oh yeah.
Beat that.
Where'd you go? Okay, that was fun. Now it's my turn. Harry could hear his rapid shuffling footsteps.
Yeah. Alex? Alex!
Necktie, super easy. Here we go. Cross and under.
Cross and under.
Over, flip and under.
Over, flip and under.
Back, down, the old.
Voila!
Maybe we should go for a clip-on. 1001!
600,000,006!
What? All right, now for my famous chocolate chip muffins. 2 cups of flour. Throw that baby in the oven, then boom! Chocolate muffin. And then, of course,
whipped cream. Or we can just go like this.
that works too.
Hi everyone, I'm Pam Iorio, President and CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters of America. That video from Jewish Big Brothers Big Sisters of LA is probably my all-time favorite. It makes me laugh, and considering all that our country is facing today, we need some of that laughter. The video really tells the story of Big Brothers Big Sisters. Despite the pandemic, our mentoring services have not stopped. It is wonderful to work with Big Brothers Big Sisters of Canada. And we are proud to partner on this virtual fundraiser. When the pandemic first hit, we worked together to form the North American Coronavirus Task Force, made up of agency leaders in Canada and in the United States. We work on joint projects like this one to raise awareness and much needed funds. Thank you, Matthew, and to the entire Canadian National Office team for your partnership and support. I would also like to take a moment to thank Angela Reed Padilla, CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central New Mexico. She helped spearhead this event, just has poured so much into it. Thank you, Angela, for your dedication and enthusiasm. Nearly every day, I hear from local leaders in the United States. Currently, we have 238 agencies in the United States. They're located in big cities and rural areas, serving 5,000 communities across all 50 states. Last year, we matched more than 135,000 youth with a mentor, and their stories of resiliency inspire me. Our agencies have found innovative ways to continue our one-to-one mentoring services. Volunteer recruitment is still underway with virtual orientations and training. We launched a new app that allows staff to monitor each Big Little match in real time, and it goes beyond that. Staff are also providing support to the families of the littles we serve, delivering food, finding resources for those who do not have access to the internet or educational tools so kids will not fall behind academically. The truth is, mentoring is an essential service. Our studies tracking young people during this pandemic have shown that the isolation of physical distancing can lead to depression. And we have heard from parents and guardians who have shared that their child's big has been a lifeline, providing the only sense of normalcy that they've had since March. And the same for our bigs who have said that during a video call or playing a game online with their little, well, it's been a highlight for them too. We know our services are critical now, and we will be here long after this crisis ends. We hope you will help us keep kids connected by visiting our website and making a donation to the COVID-19 Response Fund, whether in the United States or in Canada. A while back, we started using the hashtag @BiggerTogether. During the global crisis, we know with your support, we will be stronger together too. Thank you for taking time to tune in, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the program.
See, I don't really need much. See, what's funny is money says ain't got we trust. We trust the money, though funny, cause we don't need stuff. We just need someone to need us. And I know men gotta do better. Growing up, I wish we knew better. No excuses, just saying we reproduce it whenever we reproduce, cause we don't know how. How to accept love, express love. We were taught power is how you get love. Men don't make love, we take love. And only the saints deserve his great love, so we kinda hate love. It's been a minute, but it's still me. For all the timid and the real G's, we take it to the limit, try to feel free. But what been true always will be. And that's, man, all my past releases masterpieces. Yeah, I'm Master P with his master's thesis. But I could have it all and still lack what's needed. It's not a secret, all I'm saying. Woo!
Hi everyone, my name is Matthew Chater, National President and CEO for Big Brothers Big Sisters of Canada. First, I want to thank you all for joining us today, as this is truly how we become bigger together. Our brand video, which we launched last year, was a collaborative effort, as is Keep Kids Connected. A local integrated experience agency in Toronto called the T1 Agency helped us develop our campaign and bring our vision to life. Together with Toronto-based production team Immediate Group, the campaign video was produced to showcase the potential that could be achieved when littles realize their potential through the power of three. T1 brought us an up-and-coming rap artist named Shad, who donated his lyrics and music for the video with All I Need. Shad is a Juno Award-winning rapper and host of the Netflix docuseries Hip Hop Evolution. Shad is known for his socially impactful lyrics and was moved by our mission. This video is used to inspire volunteers, specifically mentors, to get involved by seeing what's possible when kids are empowered. It's hard to imagine that just a few months ago, our bigs and littles were able to get together and enjoy in-person activities like what we saw in the video. Although our matches may be apart because of physical distancing, our bigs and littles are still finding ways to encourage each other each and every day. One of our mentors that has recently joined Big Brothers Big Sisters shared with us a hopeful sentiment that I believe will inspire others to join. She states, "Though I was initially skeptical of a virtual program, I found its flexibility to be advantageous. Big Brothers Big Sisters is very accessible and responsive to mentors when needed. The implementation of these programs is quite remarkable." In Canada, we have over 100 agencies serving youth in over 1,100 communities. Our organization is currently facilitating mentoring relationships to over 41,000 youth. Even in the best of times, our littles are facing adversities like poverty, mental illness, identity issues, and other challenges at a higher rate than their peers. COVID-19 has affected all of us, but we continue to evolve to meet the needs of our youth. The Big Response Project will explore the emerging needs of our Big Three, being the family, the Big Brother Big Sister organization, and the mentor, to find ways to effectively approach volunteer recruitment, enrollment, training, and matching. We look forward to finding additional ways to work with our colleagues in Big Brothers Big Sisters of America and expand our reach. It is important to highlight that every dollar invested in Big Brothers Big Sisters programs returns $23 back to society. Supporting youth now will pave the way for stronger, caring adults, willing to make a difference in our community tomorrow. That means your investment isn't just about today, it's about the future. And here's a great example of that. Meet Jamie and Justin from Ontario. No matter how many years go by, they will always be considered big brother and little brother. We hope you take the time to visit our website, bigbrothersbigsisters.ca, and donate today. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kate Snow. I'm an anchor and a correspondent at NBC News in New York. Clearly, I am not at NBC News right now. This is my house. I'm working from home like everybody else. I'm anchoring from my basement now. Normally, I would have had the chance to be at the National Conference of Big Brothers Big Sisters of America, big event they do every year in June. I was supposed to be there, but COVID obviously happened. And so now I'm so glad to be here for the very first annual virtual event called Keep Kids Connected for Big Brothers Big Sisters of America. Many of you may know that I am a former big sister myself. I still consider myself a big sister. I'm involved in the board in New York City, Big Brothers Big Sisters of New York. I also was on the national board of directors for quite a while. And this is an organization that has a place in my heart. And one of the things I think that right now is so important in this crazy time we're in is celebrating resiliency and talking about relationships that really matter in our lives. And bigs and littles, big brothers, little brothers, big sisters, little sisters, those are the relationships that matter. I've really noticed that the bigs and the littles that are facing so many challenges across the country right now are finding ways to rise above. They're finding ways to see each other like this, virtually on Zoom. Their families are encouraging them, and it's inspiring. There are thousands of big and little matches all across this country, as you probably know, and every year we choose two matches, two pairs, a big brother and a little brother, and a big sister and a little sister to celebrate. And it is my pleasure to introduce you now to the Big Brothers Big Sisters of America, Bigs and Littles of the Year. From Central Texas, big sister Ashley, little sister Brianna. And first, we're going to hear from big brother Matt and little brother Jalen from Central Ohio.
Hey, what's up, Jalen? Looking good?
You know, this whole COVID social distancing is crazy, man.
It's got to be weird for you. I mean, you have all these friends who are all over the city. You've been able to see them, or what are you doing?
No, not really. You know, I've just been stuck in the house, napping, watching movies.
So Jalen's been dealt a fairly tough hand. I have both my parents in my life and an older sister. Jalen, lives with his grandmother because both his parents are deceased, and his two younger brothers all in one house. I mean, that's a lot. I can't imagine going without my mother and father, without my life. And he's done that for the majority of his life and had to be an older sibling to his two younger brothers.
My grandma signed me up for Big Brother Big Sister after my dad passed away. She felt like that I needed, especially like a male role model in my life.
The first time I met Jalen, I will admit, it was a little intimidating. His whole family was there, and I felt like I wasn't just meeting, Jalen and his grandmother. I was meeting the entire family. So it was exciting, but a little bit nerve-wracking because you just want to make sure you make a good impression on not just him, but the entire family as well.
As we slowly, got to know each other, I realized he's an amazing person. Having a male mentor definitely helped a lot. I have very bad abandonment issues, so it's I feel like when I meet new people, they'll leave my life sooner or later. I didn't have an opportunity to, be able to talk to a man in my life and actually, get any help from them. But Matt, having him, especially for these last couple of years, has been amazing.
He has opened up so much. His personality has truly blossomed in the past 4 years that we've been together. I've seen him be not just a great grandson, a great brother. He's become a great boyfriend to his girlfriend. I need to learn lessons from him about how to spoil a girlfriend.
He's definitely helped me break out of my shell and to, you know, be more outspoken and just try to do my best to, you know, express how I feel. I will say me and Matt are very competitive. Like, everything we do, we try to have like a competition.
Whether it's bowling or mini golf or anything that involves he and I going against each other, because let's be honest, he may be my little, but he's bigger than me. So it's a very even competition every time.
Sooner or later, we'll go to the batting cages so I can, you know, beat him in that.
You sometimes think you get into Big Brothers Big Sisters just to, you know, be someone who can go play, again, putt-putt with or go to the batting cages with. But you find out later that you can really have an open, honest, impactful relationship with someone. You sometimes forget they're not family, but that's where it is with Jalen and I now, is that I feel like he's truly my little brother. He's truly my family member. I just smile when I think about our future as not just little brother, big brother, but just honestly friends.
The one thing I would love to say to Matt is thank you, because, you know, I haven't had a lot of people in my life, especially a man, stay as long as you have and help the way you have helped me. So I really do appreciate everything you do for me and how you've helped me grow as not just an individual, but as a man, especially in this type of society. And teaching me how to stay true to myself and to always speak what's on my mind instead of just holding it back. So I really do thank you for that.
I'm so fortunate to have him in my life, his whole family in my life, and I can't just wait to see what happens in the years to come.
Matt, Jalen, thank you so much. What I tell you folks, now more than ever, we need impactful stories like that. Incredible. Now let's head to Central Texas for the 2020 Big Sister and Little Sister of the Year.
Hi guys, I'm Brianna and I'm a little in Big Brothers Big Sisters. My favorite hobbies are drawing, and I like painting as well.
Hey guys, my name is Ashley Curitan and I am a big sister with Big Brothers Big Sisters.
When I first met Ashley, I was in middle school and I didn't really know myself yet, and I was in a very dark place and I didn't know how Ashley would react to that, so I kind of just kept quiet, didn't want to talk to her about anything.
We just met at her house and had the introductions with our match specialist at the time.
That's when I kind of realized that we like and dislike pretty much the same thing.
I'm into theater. Theater's definitely one of my passions, and so that was nice to be able to kind of have that creative bond. But the other thing was that I asked her about outdoor like sports and activities and things, and she was like, that's not, you know, something that I really enjoy doing. And on the inside I rejoiced because I do not really like being outside too much. I'm not a fan of bugs. I also have really bad asthma and allergies, so that was a bonus for me.
During my freshman year, I was being bullied and I wasn't telling anyone about it. Not saying I didn't have anyone to talk to, but I just didn't know how to talk about stuff like that because I had never experienced it before. I was kind of in a very dark place and I let the darkness take over me. And I just didn't want to be here anymore, so I went the wrong way instead of going right. When I woke up and I saw that Ashley was there and calling and checking on me, I realized that she was there and she wasn't going anywhere, and it made me feel more comfortable to open up to her. And now she's always making sure that I'm okay and I'm doing good.
You know, after she was released, I just told her, I met up with her as soon as possible, and I was just like, no ma'am. You know, like I'm here. You can tell me anything.
Ashley has helped me in many ways, like just being there, being supportive, and being my shoulder to cry on, and just listening, being a great listener.
I try to be there for Brianna just by showing up. Honestly, I feel as though she needs someone to be consistent. So I'm an ear. I think that's the biggest thing is just showing up for her.
Some of my favorite memories with Ashley would be the going zip lining, because that was kind of out of our comfort zone. But then once we got over the water, that was terrifying. It was a lot of water, and I cannot swim, so it was scary. But it turned out to be really fun.
We are in each other's lives for the long haul. As I told her, I'm not going anywhere. I am here for her always.
I love you, and I just want to thank you for being here for me for these past 4 years. They have been the best 4 years of my life, and thank you for just being there for me.
I am so blessed and thankful that I get to be on this journey called life with you. I can't wait to see what the next chapter looks like for you and experience that with you. We have a friendship, and I'm truly, truly grateful for that friendship that we have together.
Brianna and Jalen both just graduated. Brianna wants to be an artist. Jalen is an aspiring entrepreneur. Wishing them the best of luck. What's interesting is just because they turned 18 doesn't mean that their relationships with their bigs are going to end. I know something about this because I was paired with my little sister 1,000,000 years ago, and we are still friends. Amanda.
Hi.
How long ago was it? 1990 something? 95, 96?
95, 96.
You were how old?
Not too much older than Nimi.
Than your daughter now?
Yep.
I know, you were like 6 or 7 years old.
Yeah, I think I was just barely 6 when we finally got matched.
Amanda lives in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm in New York, but I used to live in Albuquerque when I worked in local news. I was just getting started. I was like, remember those live shots, Amanda? I was terrible.
No, I thought it was the cool
bad.
Never on TV.
So anyway, we both signed up with Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central New Mexico. I wanted to volunteer because I had heard of it, and I had a lot of extra time in my life at that point. I wasn't married. I didn't have any kids. I was in my 20s. And then Amanda, your mom signed you up, right?
Yep.
And what was the backstory?
Well, after my dad passed away, she had to work 3 jobs, and it was just a lot of work for her to raise 3 kids. And she had a lot of help from my grandparents, but not the substance that she needed to be able to really take care and take the time out individually for each of us. And so she signed us up so that we could get some activities going and do something and get out of the house without having to want to fight all the time. I mean,
I admire your mom so much, Marty. She is the best, and I'm friends with her now too, which is interesting, right? I mean, over the years you become like a family. But I admire her for realizing that having another adult around might be beneficial to you guys, to be like a role model, or to show you like just the way a different adult was living their life, right? So that you could maybe learn not just from your mom, but from other adults.
Absolutely. We seen that she had to work 3 jobs and do everything, but at the same time, like, it was nice to know that that isn't normal. Like, you don't have to focus every second of your entire life on being able to live. Yeah. And so it was great to be able to go out and go hiking with you and go to Chris's soccer games and things like that.
My husband, who I met in Albuquerque. Yeah, that was great. And I remember we went biking, like in the canals and the arroyos, and then we went to the zoo sometimes. We met like about once a week. I know that it depends on which agency you're with. You know, some bigs and littles meet more frequently or less frequently. But I remember from my perspective thinking, I don't know if I can do this. Do I have enough time? And then when it started, and I also thought that it was going to be kind of to be honest, Amanda, I kind of thought it would be a chore at first. And then it was so special and so great to be with you. I got as much out of it as I think you got out of it.
And I think that that's kind of, I was scared. And I will say that, like, now as an adult, I understood where my fear came from. I honestly, it was a stranger at first. And then you became, I mean, you're not just my friend, you're my sister. Emmy calls you auntie. Like,
you're make me cry.
And I mean, 20 years is like, oh my God, what, 23 years we've been matched. So it's, you're somebody.
Sorry, Zoom is hard. I want people to know it's not like if you sign up, you have to do this for 23 years or something. There's no pressure, but
we just clicked.
It often happens though. I've met a lot of people who, even if it's just a Christmas card or something, they keep up with, they check in every once in a while with their former little or their former big. There's something special and magic about that time that we had together, I think. And for us, it was kind of easy, but I also know that we had a lot of support. Like there were, I don't know if you know this, but there were social workers that I had to go through. I had to have like training and stuff to, just to make sure that, that I did the right things with you, the right activities and stuff like that. So this Big Brothers Big Sisters doesn't just happen. There's actually like staffs of people making sure that the matches are working. And if they're not working, they'll rematch you, with somebody else.
Yeah. And I mean, when I worked with Big Brothers Big Sisters of New Mexico, I seen
you worked there. You should mention that.
The inner workings, it's amazing to see how much work and effort actually goes in to make sure that the big and the little, they match not on just paper, but we have like, I don't work there anymore, but it's such a big part of my life that I'm still proud to support it. And I tell people all the time, like, oh, why don't you become a big? Like, if they have the opportunity, especially men, I'm always like, you like to go hiking, you like to go fishing, you like to go to stuff like that. Why don't you become a big brother and go do something great and help somebody?
That's so true. It's so true. Like so many people I think could get a lot out of it. And if you don't have the time, there's other ways to support the organization, obviously. If you're just too busy to be a big yourself, well then support somebody else who is. That's what I would say. This has been, it's been one of the joys of my life, Amanda, to have you in it and to go, to be at your wedding and to get pictures of Emmy when she was born. I am gonna cry. Can you show her off? Is she there?
I'm gonna mute you for 1 second so I can yell for her because she, 1 second. She's coming right now. She got bored.
We were talking grown-up talk.
Yep.
Emmy.
I told her that it was going to be boring for a second, and she. Bye. Come here, Auntie Kate wants to see you.
Hi, sweetie.
Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah.
So this was me.
She's looking at herself.
Hey, do you know, Emmy, who am I? Who am I?
Who's that?
Auntie Kate.
She's like, what kind of a question is that? She gave me the crazy eyes too. She's like,
Auntie Kate. Do you know how I met your mommy?
Who is she to me? What is Auntie Kate to me?
Don't know.
You don't know? She's my big sister, but she's my friend. Remember, we talked about this.
Yeah. Emmy, how old are you now? 5. I can't believe.
What are you going to be starting in a couple weeks? What do you do? What's happening in a couple of weeks? Why are you going to lick me? Can you not do that? Sorry.
Kindergarten?
Are you going to start kindergarten? Are you going to start school?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
not really fun. I go to school.
She's very sad because she's not going to school because of the coronavirus. We're doing homeschool. It's technically online learning. So even though she's going to stay home with me and I'm going to be her learning coach, we're still she's staying safe and socially distanced, and we're doing everything we can to stay healthy.
Same here. Same here. Yeah, I get that. This has been, coronavirus has been hard for me. I don't know about you, Amanda.
Yeah. I mean, it's stressful. I already have anxiety as it is. And then on top of it, Josh being an essential worker is a blessing and a curse.
That's your husband.
Yeah, he, you know, he has to go to work every day and be in the public and be around people who aren't taking the precautions. And it's scary because, you know, he could bring it home without even realizing it. And it's just one of those really sad situations in the end, because it's like, we need the money. We can't survive without him having a job. But at the same time, it's a risk to his health and my health and her health, you know, and it's complicated and it's scary.
And whose health?
Yes, and our cat's health.
It's I don't think it's been easy for anyone. I mean, it's of course not. It's just like we're all going through a trauma together, you know? We're all going through something really hard all together. And we had COVID in this house. My husband was sick and you and I talked. You were one of the first people to reach out to me when that happened.
I mean, you guys are my family. I love you guys. And I've known Chris for almost as long as I've known you.
I know. We just started dating and you were there. You know what? We were supposed to see each other maybe soon. Like we were hoping to do a trip this fall, which obviously now isn't going to happen. But I pledged to you, Amanda, that we're going to do it soon. You're going to come to New York. And Emmy, you're going to come visit me, okay? When we can.
Yes. Yes, when the corona's over. And nobody can wait until the corona's over. Believe me, tiny girl.
That is so true. Amanda, thank you for always being there for me. Thank you for literally being here for me tonight to talk to all these folks about Big Brothers Big Sisters and just kind of, I don't know, I'm always asking you to talk about yourself in these public venues.
I'm happy to. If I can share our story and how much I've loved being on the little part of things, and if that helps people realize that it's an impact that I think that even if I wasn't lucky enough to have you as part of my life now, you still would have made such an impact on me. Just being there when I needed you when I was little, that I still remember you to this day. You know, both my siblings had bigs and they didn't stay, but they still talk about their memories of being around them and the stuff that they got to do that we never had the opportunity to do on our own.
I have to end, but I've said this before. I'm so proud of you. You're such an amazing woman. You're a great mom.
Now you're gonna make me cry. Don't do that.
And look, people don't maybe know your back. You know, they don't know where you are, where you grew up. But like, that wasn't easy, right? There's a lot of things that could have taken you a different path, and you are so strong, and you have done so much, and you have so much more ahead of you. So I'm just proud.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, and I love having you in my life, and we love you. I mean. And I say we because I mean my entire family.
Well, mine too. We love you too. And to everybody out there, thank you for supporting Big Brothers Big Sisters. It means the world for a lot of families. We appreciate your time.
Bye.
This year has challenged all of us. As we're stuck being closer to some, but further from others, our relationships have never felt so important. At Big Brothers Big Sisters, this crisis has solidified our mission. We are matching at-risk youth with mentors, giving them the skills and confidence to reach their full potential. Because we know that mentorship changes lives, strengthens communities, and builds hope for the future. We need that now more than ever. Help us ignite the power and promise of youth.
Hi, I'm Justin. I'm from Guelph, Ontario, Canada.
And hi, I'm Big Brother Jamie, and I'm from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada.
Nice to see everybody who's tuning in from across Canada and the United States. So when I was 8 years old, I first met Jamie. It's now 16 years later. I'm 24, and we're still going strong.
And Justin is my not-so-little brother. Our match has been close for several years, but we still get together on a regular basis, and we are still best friends. I have been a big brother now for 21 years. I am currently on my 5th little brother, and Justin was my 3rd little brother. I became a big brother 21 years ago because I was fatherless as a young child, and my mom remarried to a great man, my mentor, the guy that I looked up to, taught me how to be a man, just how to be a good person in society, and I wanted to do that. I wanted to help a child as he helped me. Do you have any funny stories to talk about, Justin?
I do. One that sticks out is the sandpit story. I was in grade 1. I liked to play in the sandpit, play in the dirt, just like kids that age do. And this particular sandpit was not nice, cat poop, dirty. And Jamie volunteered to play in it with me. And it made me realize that Jamie would do just about anything for me, and that in the future I should be doing the same thing with the ones I love.
And a funny story that I have about Justin is he was about 10 years old and he went to the doctors, and the doctor said, you're going to be about 6 feet tall when you grow up. And he raced home, got on the phone and said, hey Jamie, how tall are you? And I said, I'm 5'10". He goes, nah, boo-boo, I'm going to be taller than you. And how tall are you now, Justin?
I'm about 6'3". I'm much taller than you.
Much taller than me, yes. So you want to tell everybody what you're doing now?
I'm in 2nd year business school. I'm just about to graduate. I've solo traveled to Japan. I'm bartending part-time. And I think without Jamie, I don't think I'd be able to do any of that. I wouldn't have the confidence to be going off to a foreign country where I don't speak the language, where I have no idea where I'm going, and feel comfortable talking to these people, or even bartending. I don't think I'd have the confidence to be doing that either. I was very socially awkward as a child.
Very, very socially, yes. So it just shows just how much of difference you can make in a child's life just by spending 2-3 hours a week with them. And I would like to make the call out to anybody that would like to become a big brother or a big sister. Please call your agency and get signed up and let the fun begin and make a difference in a child's life. Thank you for your time. Bye.
If you haven't had time yet, or if you haven't done it yet, this is a perfect opportunity to pull out your phone and head to our website to make that donation online. The website is right here on the screen. I'll read it in case you can't see it. bbbs.org/COVID-19. Select an amount that's comfortable for you, or maybe you'll consider becoming a monthly giver. Your donation will support kids in your local community, whether you live in Canada or the United States. Let's keep things moving. A couple of friends thought they'd stop by to say hello. Check it out.
Hi, I'm Chloe Coleman, and I started acting when I was 5 years old. I've gotten to work with many amazing actors and actresses. Working on My Spy, Dave Bautista helped me to learn to have trust in myself and confidence in my abilities. I've been very grateful to work with him and now have him as a lifelong friend. But I do know that some kids don't get to have a mentor in their lives, and that's why I love Big Brothers Big Sisters, because they match kids with a mentor that can help them achieve their dreams. So, sign up today to become a Big Brother or Big Sisters at bigbrothersbigsisters.org, and most importantly, help donate to keep kids connected. Bye, guys!
Hey everybody, it's Sophie Grace from the Babysitters Club. Mentors always helped me out when I was first starting out my career, and now I do the same. It's all about elevating others. That's what the mentors at Big Brothers Big Sisters do every single day. So thank you to all of you who are impacting a kid's life, paying it forward, especially in the times we're in. We need more of that. So I hope all of you watching will get involved, volunteering or donating. Congrats, Big Brothers Big Sisters, and thank you for all you do all across the country, especially in the Miami chapter, which holds a special place in my heart. See you soon.
Hi, volunteers and youth at Big Brothers Big Sisters of America. It's Simone Biles. I just wanted to say hello and tell you that I know it's been hard going through quarantine and dealing with all that's going on. But please stay positive and know that we're all in this together. Take care.
It's so awesome to have all these powerful ladies on today. So Simone, we were in Tokyo this summer, so we're going to cross our fingers for next summer. One thing all of us have in common, and you at home can probably say the same too, is that there was someone in your corner who encouraged you, who kept you going, a listening ear when times were tough, and the biggest voice cheering you on during major accomplishments of your life. That's what mentoring is all about, and no judgment zone. I certainly have had more mentors in my life than I can count during my journey to becoming Miss USA and an attorney. I'm paying it forward by providing guidance for the next great young woman who's going to wear this pretty little crown, or the next aspiring attorney who, like me, is dedicated to those who were sentenced unjustly. The mentoring really never ends. And the impact isn't just about today. It's about what could be 5 or 10 years from now or even longer. Check out this story from Minnesota.
I have a saying that I say a lot. I say elevating the experience. It's not about going out and playing 60 basketball games a year or having the best kids on your team. Mentoring is first. Not having a father growing up, it was a nervous feeling. The day I met Don was a tremendous day for me. Just having a guy like Don, it gave me something to look forward to every weekend.
There was genuine love. That's what inspired me to get involved with Big Brothers Big Sisters, is this relationship and the impact that you can have, the legacy you can have. The first time I met Shaquille, it was May 12th, 2003. He was sitting out on the porch with his mom and the Big Brothers Big Sisters coordinator.
They hit it off very well. Shaquille was a surprising kid to Don.
I took Don to a park not too far from my house. They had this tire swing and we were sitting in the middle of it and we were just being like crazy. I made him so sick. It's just been history since, and he's a good guy, man, and front rider since then, you know? My experience in the Big Brothers Big Sister program gave me the biggest influence because me and Don being together for the first couple of years and him exposing me to all type of things that I, didn't have. So that was always something that I wanted to do with other kids. So I started the Ducks. Being a Duck gives kids a sense of dignity, and I always say that, my program is more than sports. We want to nurture these kids to be hard-working citizens in the community one day, or come back and give back to this community one day like I did. I'm trying to do as much as I can with these kids because in 10 years, this will all be a memory.
Everybody had a good day in school today?
Yeah. I got an L on my chest.
Hey, he got an L on his test. Clap it up. Be great, all right? Ducks on three. Ducks on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Don really stuck out, and I accepted Don. It's been a great, amazing process with them too. I'm beyond proud.
With him being in the Big Brother program, he learned how to love and what it felt like to be loved.
I have a lot of love to give, and I make sure that these kids feel that love too, you know, because they find this as like a safe haven for them.
My son has played for the Ducks. He has made bonds with these kids, with Shaquille, the other coaches, so it was just like a whole nother back support for me. Besides my family, I can lean on the Ducks.
I would implore people to be involved. You will reap the benefits in ways that you never thought imaginable. In fact, when Shaquille says that he's learned so much from me, I don't think it compares to what I have learned from him. And there's a richness in their family that a lot of people would strive to have, you know? And I'm just a much more grateful and a happier person as a result of that.
The impact on me was amazing. Just the constant things he would, you know, put in my mind every day. Education equals opportunity. When stuff got hard, I always thought about that, and you know, I just never gave up.
Big Brothers Big Sisters is having a huge influence not only on my relationship with Shaquille, but on our relationship with the 70 or so kids that we're influencing through the Ducks.
When they have love outside of the community, these kids nurture into the biggest flowers around.
Hello everyone, my name is Don McPherson and I've been a Big Brother for over 20 years. And I'm proud to be sharing the stage today with my little brother of now 17 years, Shaquille Nelson. Being a Big has assisted and aided my career dramatically. A lot of people ask me or say to me, you know, I'm gonna do well in my career and then I'll do good in my community. Do both now. Don't wait. Don't wait until you're 50, 60 years old to give back in your community. You can do both right now.
It's just creating that brotherhood, and that's what me and Don created early. He's nurtured me to be a man. It made me a better person, and I actually found out who I was through Don. I just want to thank everybody who's here today, Big Brothers Big Sisters. You guys are awesome. Thanks for having us here today. And you know, all I can say is keep moving these kids in the right direction, and people like me and Don will keep doing our part too. So thank you.
There's no time to wait. So get involved, be active, volunteer, contribute financially if you can. Shaquille and I wouldn't be together. We wouldn't have the relationship that we have today without your financial support. And those of you who have contributed financially, I know there are a lot of you out there who are watching this. Thank you. Our legacy is your legacy too.
All right, let's go. Everybody get in here. Let's get it down. Let's go. Get it down. Let's go. Ducks on three. Ducks on three. 1, 2, 3. Ducks.
Okay, folks, have you done it yet? Don't wait. You're watching on your laptop? Just open another tab. Don't ask me how to do it. Chesley might know. I clearly don't, but you know how to do it. Type the website in your browser. You can give right now without missing any of the show. Click the donate button for the United States or for Canada, or you know what? You hockey fans out there, click it for both. And while you're doing it, let's roll to the next video.
During this pandemic, we have seen so many acts of kindness. Staying at home and social distancing hasn't stopped our Big Brothers Big Sisters staff from reaching out to the youth and families we serve, and it hasn't stopped our volunteer bigs from being there for their littles. This crisis has demonstrated the best of the Big Brothers Big Sisters spirit and mission. When we are challenged, we still find a way to keep relationships strong. Our connection right now may be virtual, but it hasn't diminished our love, care, and support for the young people we serve. No virus can stop us from defending the potential of our nation's youth.
During the crisis, mentoring is more important now than it's ever been. The children we're working with especially, they're very susceptible to social isolation in general. So we know and we fear that this can be very damaging to children. And one thing that you could do right away is to commit to being in the life of a child as a mentor and helping them through this. 6 months ago, I was matched to Daniel. Daniel's 11 years old. He's the funniest, happiest, just best kid to be around that you can imagine. We have the best time together. We love to hike together. We both love the outdoors. We like to walk our dogs together, do that often. Last couple weeks have been difficult for our agency, as they have for everyone. And I was starting to feel down, and Daniel actually texted me and said, hey, can we go hit golf balls? We went out together to the range and started hitting golf balls, and I noticed people watching us and kind of smiling, and he looks over at me and says, hey David, watch this, and he starts to take this huge swing, but the club goes flying out of his hands, and it goes past where I was hitting my balls, right? And so I'm like, oh no, what are we gonna do? And we just look at each other and start cracking up, and then we look around and everybody else is laughing too, and it was just like, it was one of those moments where you're like, that's what life's about right there, right? You know, it's the little things. The amazing thing about Big Brothers Big Sisters and being a big brother or a big sister is that you get as much out of it as the child does. And I can guarantee you that after spending time with the child, you'll feel better about yourself. We're not asking you to do anything magical. We're not asking you to save a child. You're just there for that child. You're somebody in their corner, someone for them to look up to, and someone that you just say to, hey, I've got your back. It's really that simple.
So now we have a special treat for you folks. Chesley and I are going to sing our rendition. No, I'm kidding. It's a joke. Lane Hardy, season 17 winner of American Idol, sent us an exclusive performance recorded just for us. I want to challenge everyone watching, for the duration of these two songs, open up that tab in your browser, visit the website, there it is, and click Make a Donation. Donate whatever you can, and remember, the money goes right back into your local community and directly impacts kids in your area. Have you opened up that tab yet? Do it. This is your chance. And now, Lane Hardy performing Ground I Grew Up On and Hurricane.
That ain't just dust blowing. That ain't just nothing but an old fishing hole. Ain't just some rooster crowing. It's where I learned how to be a boy, washed in the blood in red dirt mud. Kinda glad I didn't have a choice. So girl, just kick back in that shotgun. Let me show you where I'm from. Girl, where I'm from might look like nothing but gravel roads and tractors rolling over them fields and praying that we get a little rain soon, and cutting loose and hammering down wheels and knocking them Friday night beers back by the train tracks and thinking that I'd never miss this place when I got gone. But that's the ground I grew up on. Yeah, that's the ground I grew up on. Girl, don't blink, you might miss it all. It's where I can fix anything I broke but the law. It was hard to leave, girl, that's the truth. But you know, if I'd stuck around this little town, I'd never found you. Might look like nothing but gravel roads and tractors rolling over them fields and praying that we get a little rain soon, and cutting loose and hammering down wheels, knocking them Friday night beers back by the train tracks and thinking that I'd never miss this place when I got gone. But looking back, I couldn't have been more wrong. Cause that's the ground I grew up on. Yeah, that's the ground I grew up on. Hurricane, here we go. coming home. But the old man down in the corner slowly turned his head, takes a sip from his whiskey bottle, and this is what he said. I was born in the rain on the Poncha train underneath the Louisiana moon. Don't mind the strain of a hurricane, they come around every June. The high black water of the devil's daughter, she's hard, she's cold, and she's mean. But nobody taught her it takes a lot of water to wash away New Orleans. A man came down from Chicago, he gonna set that levee right. He said, needs to be at least 3 feet higher, it won't make it through the night. But the old man down in the corner said, don't you listen to that boy. The water be down by the morning, and he'll be back to Illinois. I was born in the rain on the Poncha train underneath the Louisiana moon. Don't mind the strain of a hurricane, they come around every June. The high black water, the devil's daughter, she's hard, she's cold, and she's mean. But nobody taught her it takes a lot of water to wash away New Orleans. Nobody taught her it takes a lot of water to wash away New Orleans. I just want to say congratulations to the Big Brothers and Big Sisters program. Thank y'all so much, and y'all keep going.
And I'm sorry, folks. I couldn't hear Chesley, but I'm sure she said some wonderful things, so I apologize. But this has been awesome for me working with all of you. Chesley's fantastic. It's an honor to sit on this board with her. I hope you guys and gals and everyone in the audience has enjoyed this last hour. Remember, mentorship means a lot. It's as much for the mentor as it is for the mentee. A lot of people are depending on you, so best of luck with everything. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you, Chesley, and thanks to everyone at Big Brothers Big Sisters in the United States and Canada. Please donate. We appreciate you all. Have a great afternoon. Also, quickly, big shout out to our sponsors for this event. I'd be remiss. KPMG, Storage Mart, Elevated Stream, and all the wonderful businesses from across North America that support their local Big Brothers Big Sisters agencies. Thank you. I'm sorry I forgot to mention that, but thank you. And even though the show is ending, you can still give. Long after we're gone, you can still visit our website listed down below. Thanks, everyone.